Nobody talks about how you can be with a good man and still feel empty. Have you ever loved someone and still felt like you were disappearing? I watched Hours Before Dawn on YouTube recently, and I haven't stopped thinking about it. I kept wondering, what kind of pain do you have to survive to write a story like that? Because nobody writes something that honest unless they have lived it. I didn't expect a YouTube film to feel that personal, but it did. It took me back to Germany, to a bridge where people lock their love and throw away the key, and to a cathedral that took over 600 years to build. And standing there, I remembered something about myself. I hadn't gone to Germany for pictures or content. I went because I almost lost myself in a relationship. I had been with someone who slowly became my world, and somewhere along the line, pieces of me disappeared quietly. My spark, my confidence, everything. One morning, I looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the girl staring back, so I left. I was scared that if I stayed, I would lose everything, including myself. I traveled to clear my head, to breathe, to remember who I was before love became survival. And that was where I met her, another girl traveling alone. Nobody tells you that the most honest conversations happen in the most symbolic places. We got close quickly, maybe because broken people recognize each other without saying much. At some point, we asked each other the same question. Why are you here alone? I told her my story, and then she told me hers. She wasn't running from a bad man. She had a good one. Calm, loyal, protective, the kind of man people pray for. He gave her stability when she had nothing. But she wasn't in love. She was grateful. And she felt guilty for even admitting that. She said something I will never forget. I think I stayed because I felt like I owed him my life. That line stayed with me. I remember looking around at thousands of love locks and thinking, how many of these are love? And how many are fear of living? How many women are living inside gratitude calling it love? How many are choosing safety over freedom and calling it destiny? That conversation in Germany stayed with me. I walked into Cologne Cathedral, the building that took over 600 years to complete. Imagine starting something so big, knowing you may never see the end of it. Yay, thank you. Standing there, I thought about patience, about endurance, about how we are taught that staying is strength, that suffering quietly is maturity, that gratitude is loyalty. But what if endurance isn't always faith? What if sometimes it is fear? Faith requires patience, but sometimes we confuse patience with endurance, and that's when everything connected. Hours Before Dawn isn't just about politics or crime or betrayal. It's about power, the kind governments hold, and the kind relationships quietly hold too. It's about what happens when your future is burnt to the ground, when you are forced to choose between obedience and truth, between staying safe or fighting for your voice. Strength isn't always staying. Sometimes, strength is walking away. Was Amaka honest or ungrateful in the movie Hours Before Dawn? Maybe that's the wrong question. Maybe the real question is, how long should anyone stay somewhere they no longer feel alive? Some people lock their love on bridges. Others are just trying to find the courage to unlock themselves. Because some prisons don't have locks. And sometimes, dawn only comes after everything you thought was safe burns down. Hours Before Dawn is showing on Papa X TV YouTube channel. Make sure you watch, like, and let me know what you think in the comment section.